Hello, friends. Tough times can bring you to your knees, they can also raise you to the new heights. It's time for realization. We were not aware before 6 months. We can see the situation, what we are having right now. But now we realize we have to adjust with the present situations. I am Dr. Krunal Bhuva. I would like to share two beautiful stories of realization. To start with, the first story is about a monk who decided to meditate alone and away from his monastery. He took his boat out to the middle of the lake and stayed there. He closed his eyes and began meditating. After a few hours of undisturbed silence, he suddenly felt that the bump of another boat colliding with his own. There is some noise and there is some about to be disturbance. With his eyes closed, he felt his anger rising. And by the time he opened his eyes, he was ready to scream at the boatman who had so carelessly disturbed his meditation. But the real picture was totally different. When he opened his eyes, he was very surprised to find that there was boat, but it was empty boat which has stuck his own. It had probably gotten an untethered and floated to the middle of the lake. And at the same moment, the monk had realization. It was great realization that he understood anger was within him. Without knowing the reality, he started assuming that there is someone who is disturbing him. There is someone who does not want him to do meditating. And then the external object to provoke it out of him. And after that incident, whenever he came across someone who is irritating, who is disturbing him, or who is trying to provoke him into the anger, he would remind himself that the person was nearly an empty boat. That person is not able to make him angry, not able to make him frustrated until and unless the anger is within him. So my dear friends, the anger is not a thing which somebody else can give. It is within us, and it came out because it is within us. That was the first story. There was another beautiful story of a old woman who is making chapati, roti, for her family members every day. But he had one habit of making one extra roti for the person who is hungry and who bypass nearby her house. She kept that extra chapati near the window so that the person who is hungry can easily take it. Every day, the hunchback came, beggar came and took away that chapati. Instead of expressing gratitude, he muttered the following words as he went his way. And he used to say, "The evil you do remains with you, the good you do comes back to you." This went on the day after day. Every day she makes extra chapati. Every day the hunchback came, the beggar came, picked up the chapati and uttered the same word. The evil you do remains with you. The good you do comes back to you. જેટલું ખરાબ કરશો એ તમારી પાસે આવશે, સારું કરશો એ પણ તમારી પાસે આવશે. The woman felt irritated after few days, and she started feeling not a word of gratitude that man is saying, not a single word of gratitude from his side. Every day this beggar utters this jingle. What does he mean? One day she decided to do away with him, and she wants to get rid of that beggar. And she decided, what did she do? What can I do so that I can get rid of that beggar? And she added poison into the chapati she prepared for him. As she was about to keep it on the window, her hands stopped. She realized, great realization came from inner side. What is this? What I'm doing? Immediately she threw that chapati into the fire, and she decided to prepare a new chapati, fresh chapati, and keep it on window. As usual, the beggar came, pick up the chapati, and muttered the same words. The evil you do remains with you. The good you do comes back to you. That woman, she decided that whatever I'm doing, I have to do it for my happiness, not for the someone else. And every day she keeps on thinking about her son, who has went to the city to make his future. But she was very much upset, as since few days her son has sent no news, and there was no news from her son. But that evening the magic happened. The door was knocked off, and when she opened the door, she was surprised to find her son standing in the doorway. Her son was telling her, "Mom, it was a miracle I'm here. While I was coming from the city, I was almost hungry. I was collapsed. I was not having any energy. But one beggar met me on the way, and he gave me chapati, and he said every day I used to eat, but today it's your day. You eat this." The moment when that lady heard this word from her son, she started crying, and she started realizing, oh, if I could have put that poison into the chapati, I could not met my son. And then she decided, whatever people are doing, we should not care for this. We should do the things which we like us. We should always care for others. We should always realize we are here on this earth not to make only our life good, we also have to make others' life good. And it was then she realized the word of that beggar: the evil you do remains with you, the good you do comes back to you. Do good and don't ever stop doing good. Even if no one is appreciating your word, the day will come, the time will come when people realize the work which you are doing. Thank you very much. I am Dr. Krunal K. If you like this story, you can share with your friends. Thank you so much for the listening.